Natasha.
Debbie.
Show.
The show.
Welcome to it. Just two patriotic girls.
Learning about the world.
So please, don't take us the wrong way. Someone thinks they're funny and smart over here.
I so miss turning that on 10 seconds sooner.
For nothing that's happening.
Nothing at all. There's no bad dad jokes or
I wasn't
weird
making
things
bad-
happening.
There was something.
There wasn't another one.
Hi guys, welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show where we're weird.
Hello.
And you knew that coming into this. You did.
And if you didn't, now you know.
No, they don't because you didn't get there fast enough.
Yeah, it's true. Go back and watch our 200th episode. That'll show you some weirdness.
Before we get into today's episode, guys, if you don't mind, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel, but
Only do so if you want to, not because we told you.
unless you like to be told what to do. This just
Then
got
do
weird.
it. Then hit that button. Whew, we're a little tired. A little slap happy.
We're exhausted.
Should be an interesting episode.
Grab a drink. A non-alcoholic drink. This is water. Yeah, I still get comments, people saying it's really weird that you're drinking out. I don't drink. I'm almost 19 years sober, in fact. This is water. So,
Very good
it
water.
just happens to be glass bottle, which is better for the planet
That is true.
and better for the water. Anyway, we have a show to do, and this isn't it. Meaning the water.
Yes. The water's not the show.
No. Today, we're going to be looking, oh man, I've been rehearsing. I'm about 25% confident in my ability to pronounce this place properly. I'm trying to do it in my head first. You do it. I want to see your version of it. It's not going to be right.
Scarborough.
I was going to go a little bit more Scarborough.
Isn't that what I just said?
I heard you say Scarborough. I'm doing a little extra
Oh, yeah, you're going
Scarborough.
Bruh.
Scarborough.
Bruh.
I hope that's right. Let me know. But please check the comments. I don't want everyone to let me know.
I go full on wrong and just say Scarborough.
Yeah, you're American just showed
Yeah,
way too much.
That's not how you say it.
So today's video is the story of the Grand Hotel Scarborough. Scarborough. Blah, blah, blah. You know what we're talking about.
This place.
And if I overthink it, I had it right on Facebook Live because they were helping me. But now I've thought about it too much, so I'm screwing it up. But the thumbnail of this video has caught my attention. What does Hitler's British HQ mean? And this says it was opened in 1867, and at that time was one of the UK's best hotels. Has an illustrious past, surviving both world wars and several owners. And then it goes on that I'm not reading. It's in Yorkshire, and that's all I know about it.
Oh, we got to see what's so grand.
Well, I want to know more of the story. What's all this going on here? The history and stuff. This sounds very interesting. So, yeah, it's time to dig in on crap. The story of the Grand Hotel Scarborough. Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, and thanks for clicking through. For those of you new to my channel, my name is Andrew, and I make videos around my two favourite areas, the North York Moors and here on the Yorkshire coast. Today, I'm back on my doorstep here in Scarborough to take a look at one of, if not the, most iconic building in the town. This is a hotel with a very unique history,
Hold on.
like
How did you
if
say
not the most iconic coast. Today, I'm back on my doorstep here in Scarborough to take...
Scarborough? Why did I try to sound like him? I'm so sorry.
You sure?
That was... Let me hear it one more time.
the North York Moors and here on the Yorkshire coast. Today, I'm back on my doorstep here in Scarborough to...
Okay. He sometimes sounds a little Scottish. Is that just me? Did you hear that too?
Scarborough? Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. I'm probably wrong. Sorry.
Take a look at one of, if not the, most iconic building in
that
the
it?
town. This is a hotel with a very unique history like no other in the UK, and I'm going to try and weave my way through that and take a little look inside it now. This is the story of the Grand Hotel.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Wow, that is huge.
It is massive. Wow.
Dang. Oh, wow. World War II, I'm assuming? Holy crap, guys. I'm intrigued.
I'll I'll start back before this building existed. The earliest building I can find any suggestion of on the site of the hotel is a St Nicholas Church. It then became home to a hospital, I believe in the 1700s and into the 1800s. At some point, this was either changed or demolished and replaced with a new building known as Wood's Lodgings.
Okay.
The most well-known story of that era is that the famous author Anne Bronte died in Wood's Lodgings in 1849 whilst visiting Scarborough. She was a regular visitor to the town and she is buried less than half a mile from here next to the castle.
I know her name. I know that
some
name.
background on the construction of this colossal building. Work began in 1863 and its original name was Cliff Hotel after this location of St Nicholas Cliff. After 2 years, the Scarborough Cliff Hotel Company, who were the group of local businessmen who had saw the potential in building a lavish hotel in this up-and-coming seaside town, ran out of money and had to sell it.
That sucks.
They refused permission for the new owners to keep the same name. So the Grand Hotel Limited
is.
I'm just a little distracted. Like, what are the carts down there? What are they used for on the beach?
Probably for changing.
That could be a good idea.
Good idea. I just came up with it for the past. Excellent idea. I want all my revenue.
I'll pay you tomorrow.
was formed.
For yesterday.
At the time of its opening in 1867, it was the largest hotel and the largest brick structure of any kind in Europe.
Wow.
The hotel's yellow or tawny coloured brickwork was made locally, about 10 miles down the coast in Hunmanby.
Beautiful. I mean, that is.
Sadly, 3 men lost their lives during its construction.
Look at that right there. Oh, come on. Oh, that works.
So
that is one grandiose, hence the name Grand now, but one very grandiose building, period. I mean, look at the intricate detail.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like something out of a different place, not the UK.
Yeah, it does.
I can't pinpoint in my head where, like a mixture of a couple things, like Asian, also like Russia, maybe.
Yeah, with the little roundy things on top. It's architecture. You know that you're going to get it.
It's Debbie's architecture.
And so far, I'm counting 8, possibly 9 floors.
8, possibly 9. Yeah, because you guys don't count the bottom one as a.
I'm counting the bottom
you
one.
You count something. Whatever. No, but it's just.
It's very beautiful. Very grand.
It is beautiful.
During its construction.
Just straight down though, right there.
When I first moved here,
I
took a boat ride out from the harbour around the South Bay, and the first thing that was pointed out to us was how this building is designed around the theme of time. The 4 towers to represent the seasons, 12 floors for the months of the year.
Oh,
really?
52 chimneys for the weeks,
nice.
and 365 bedrooms for the days.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Did you guys know that?
The hotel itself is in the shape of a V, widely believed to be in honour of Queen Victoria. However, that appears to have been clever PR. The more likely scenario is if they had built the hotel as a single building, then the cliff wouldn't have been able to stand the weight on it. So by building it as a V shape, it was simply good engineering.
I was wondering.
Helping balance the weight out.
Smart.
The hotel's peak was arguably during Victorian times, when wealthy holidaymakers made up its clientele.
I love looking at pictures like this.
As Scarborough was a spa town, apparently the building's original baths included an extra pair of taps, so that guests could bathe in salt water from the sea. For the sake of today's guests, I hope they've got rid of those.
Has this been in a movie?
As you can see, the building had 3 levels to it from this side.
Okay.
The main hotel, the extension, and then at the bottom was where the Grand Restaurant was. This bottom section was owned by the hotel at the time, who added a skating rink on top, which then became a cinema.
How cool.
However, the cinema didn't work out, and it reverted back to a skating rink.
How weird is that, seeing people dressed all formal with skates on? That's hilarious to me. I mean, of course, they didn't really have casual wear so much.
No. That's awesome.
That's interesting. What a cool photo.
Lanterns. That's cool.
Can you imagine skating with a corset and a dress on?
No. Falling with a corset on? No.
No.
Probably break a rib.
Maybe he wouldn't break a rib because he'd have protection on.
No, that's true.
The hotel enjoyed a successful first few decades before being badly damaged during the First World War.
Oh no.
In December 1914, during a raid on the town by the German Navy, the hotel was hit at least 30 times, and over a dozen people were killed in the town. The bombardment by the battle cruisers badly damaged this area where I'm now stood. The attack put the hotel into financial difficulty, and it ended up being sold. Then came the Second World War. Several RAF men were stationed at the hotel. Anti-aircraft guns were mounted on each of the hotel's 4 turrets.
Whoa.
And the building was made a base for trainee cadets. In turn, the RAF could defend the hotel, preventing another incident like the one from the previous war.
That's awesome.
But this is where it gets a little more interesting.
Oh. Hopefully not bad. Oh no.
On the 18th of March 1941, Scarborough suffered its worst air raid as 98 German planes dropped high explosive parachute mines on the town. Almost 1,400 buildings were damaged or destroyed in Scarborough, and 28 people were killed in the town, with hundreds injured. However, this place was left untouched, which begs the question, why?
RAF
It's
on
widely
top?
believed that Hitler planned to use the hotel as his base in the UK.
Really?
And it's reported that documents revealed that Luftwaffe pilots faced a court-martial if they drop a bomb on it.
Really?
Whoa.
Let's chat about that just for a second. Okay, who knew that? How true is that?
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, it sounds like it's
That would make
sounds true.
sense. I mean,
I could see him doing that.
yeah, I mean, it's a nice building, and if you're Hitler, of course you're going to want to
If you're Hitler.
take over it. Thank God we're not Hitler.
Oh wow! Too bad we're never doing another like best of, because I might start our next intro off with Debbie going,
No.
If you're Hitler.
No.
Now I've said it too. So no, but that's interesting, fascinating. Glad it didn't happen, but
Definitely.
wow, and it would make sense because
Mm-hmm.
if I was a dictator,
There you go.
I'd want that place for my
Heck yeah.
my headquarters, my base. Okay,
I'm just a
well,
visitor, and I wanted it as my home base.
yeah, I wanted to live there.
Apparently, Hitler
Beautiful.
had given strict orders to his second-in-command to spare the hotel.
Yeah, he was going to use it.
There have been numerous articles published on this, so I'll drop a couple of links below the video if you want to read more.
It's true. Wow.
Personally, I don't know what he saw in the place.
I like the sarcasm. I hope he goes inside.
I know. And look at all those sailboats out there.
Wow.
In 1942, a fire unrelated to the war broke out in the lower building.
Huh.
After the fire, that building was declared unsafe and most of it was demolished less than a decade later. I understand the council now own this, and they recently had this wall tidied up and repointed.
Okay.
I'd love to have a look around and see what's still inside.
Yeah, that's really neat.
During the 1960s and into the 70s, the number of guests staying at the hotel started to decline,
Why?
influenced largely by the popularity of package holidays abroad. This led to it being bought in 1978 by none other than Butlins, who at the time had the holiday camp down the road in Filey.
I don't know who that is.
The Redcoats took over the running of the hotel until it was then sold to Britannia Hotels in 2004, who made a £7 million refurbishment of the place 2 years later and still run the hotel now. The upkeep of a place this size must be substantial, and it's obvious to say that there's certain exterior parts that aren't looking the best right now. Down to the side of the hotel here, there's an issue with subsidence, and this path that takes you down to the seafront has now been closed off because of it. When you first arrive at the hotel, you can't miss the seagulls, and their nests are perched all along the front.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
That isn't unique to this place though. Scarborough has an issue with the number of gulls everywhere, and really something needs to be done about it. This path takes you straight down to the seafront,
What?
and by walking down it
The
you really get a
seagulls.
sense of the size of this building.
Look at all the seagull poo. That's beautiful though.
Oh, cool.
You didn't see that earlier?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'll be using that thing.
A lot easier than steps.
Wow.
In 2017, this Grade 2 listed hotel was awarded and named by Historic Britain as one of the top 10 places, buildings and historical sites that tell a remarkable story of England and its impact on the world.
Well, and it's
Since
perseverance.
then, the hotel itself appears
Right.
to have been on somewhat of a decline.
Still looks beautiful to me.
Several newspapers have published features condemning the conditions inside the hotel, and reviews left online by guests have been critical, to say the least.
Ew.
I know.
What a great shot.
That's just a gorgeous area.
Oh. Welcome to hell. Salty Towers look like the Ritz. Oh no. That's not what I wanted to hear.
No.
Worst trip ever. Water burst through the ceiling.
No.
Do not stay here unless you're happy with at least 2-hour wait to check in.
I'm not making this video to bash the hotel as it is now, but I felt I needed to include that as it
Crap.
brings the story of the Grand up to the present day.
Gotta be honest.
As promised, I'll now take a little wander around inside this icon of Scarborough on the
I-
Yorkshire coastline.
I didn't hear him say he was going in.
Good.
That is so beautiful right there.
It is.
Someone spent time and money on the outside right there. Do the rest.
Mhm.
No, that's not that easy. I'm still thinking it's going to be great though.
I mean, just the historical part of it is going to be amazing.
So far, I'm loving it.
It still has an impressive feel to it as you walk in here.
Yeah.
Just its size and appearance, and thinking back to how it used to be.
Ooh, staircase. Oh, come on. That's great.
And this staircase was inspired by the Berlin Opera House.
Wow. It looks like the Titanic, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Gives me that feel. Cabaret ballroom.
This ballroom, which is now the Cabaret Bar, would have had an orchestra playing. And with the doors open, the music would have been heard all over the hotel.
Wow.
Definitely.
You can see the roof of this room from my aerial shots as it sits in the middle of the V.
Oh,
Beautiful.
incredible architecture.
It doesn't seem that anyone knows for sure how far down this building actually goes,
Really?
and just how much of it is blocked off now. In addition to the 12 levels everyone knows about, there are at least 3 basement levels, quite
Really?
possibly more.
Okay.
And I've
Possibly
read there's
more.
an adjoining tunnel to another hotel, as well as a bunker under the square outside.
This place is a fortress.
Wow.
Who knows what's down there?
There are people who've been down into the depths of this place, who've reported hearing a lot of running water. So it's possible there is quite a lot of flooding down there. Unfortunately, I have no way of checking any of this, but I would love to get down there and have a look around and see just how far down it does go. If anyone wants to contact me and help me out with that, please get in touch.
I'm seeing nothing wrong with this so far.
No.
Maybe it's the rooms. Looks amazing to me.
As with most old buildings, and as you'd expect, there are many stories of the hotel being haunted, and some from recent guests. When you're walking around the corridors, you can't help but think of The Shining.
The Shining.
I've read there are ghost hunting events and tours held here.
Of course there are.
I'd be well up for coming along to one of those with my camera to make a video to share with you on here.
Am I the only person on planet Earth who doesn't believe in ghosts? Because she does, and I know a lot of our friends on Facebook and Patreon do. Anybody else with me on this, or no? I don't believe in ghosts. I know you don't. I mean, you do believe in. Just let me know. I'm just curious.
Believe in something.
I'm not surprised at all that they do the haunted tours, though.
Yeah, of course.
But I want him to go in a room, which I'm sure he can't because he'd probably have to pay to do that,
Yeah,
and they probably
I'd
wouldn't have
have
just
to rent
allowed him to. But reading just those quick moments he put up those reviews was really depressing and upsetting. I didn't expect that. I expected it to be nice inside.
Yeah.
You know, sad.
Yeah.
So I'll keep my eye out for those.
Look at all the detail in the
That's what I'm saying.
One
colors.
thing I feel I should mention, in light of the reviews of this place, is that while I've been walking around here, the staff and the cleaners have been non-stop. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if the place is understaffed and the people that are here are being pushed to the limit without the proper resources.
This was during COVID too, so
Yep.
can't.
Over the years, the Grand has welcomed many famous visitors, including Edward VIII, Winston Churchill, and the Beatles. It's fair to say they'd probably opt to stay elsewhere in Scarborough now, but clearly the building is still as impressive as ever and has so much potential.
Yes.
After all, this has been the year of the staycation and return to an extent of the British seaside holiday.
I wonder if it's changed since 3 years.
Scarborough is still the most visited holiday destination in the UK, outside of London. And that was recently backed up when it topped a survey of the most popular places to stay in the UK.
No one told us this.
Now we're gonna have to look around a bit more.
A lot more.
Yeah.
No one told us this. You guys, you tell us some stuff, right? And then you're just like, don't tell them that.
I know. Shh, don't let them look at it.
Don't tell the Americans, like Bristol, for example.
Right?
Yeah, I'm now a Bristol Rovers fan. And I don't even know if they're better than the other team, Bristol City. Whichever one's better, that's my team now, officially. Defer back to that video.
It was recently backed up when it topped a survey of the most popular places to stay in the UK.
Shocking.
But will that be enough to entice someone to bring this place back to its former glory?
Buy the money, man. I'd be on it.
Thank you.
A big thank you for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed my look into the history of the Grand Hotel and learned a few new things about it.
I thought that was incredibly interesting, and
That was. I loved all the history about that.
yeah, I like him. He's easy on the eyes.
And he's nice and slow talking, and he gives a lot of information.
Yeah, and he's good, steady camera work, which we really appreciate. Beautiful shots too. Wow, I never heard of this place. I mean, I've heard hotels called the Grand Hotel.
Right.
Wasn't there one also in Brighton with the same name?
Probably.
Right there by the pier?
I wonder if it's like a chain type thing, the Grand.
I don't know.
Who knows? If you know, let us know.
Yeah. If you guys like this episode, please hit the like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. And share to your social media platforms. We always love that.
If any of you have stayed in this hotel, please let us know. Let us know your opinion.
I bet you haven't. But they're like, nope.
Just be curious.
And again, let me check. See, this video I think was made 3 years ago. Oh no, just a year ago. Okay, interesting. So, well, that's not entirely true. 2 years ago, as of weird. Now,
Right.
It's 2 years old. So it's 2 years old. I don't know that they would be able to do much renovations in 2 years. I mean, nothing was even talked about at this time when he was making it. So clearly, probably not much different. But yeah, if you've been, let us know. If you live in the area, maybe you worked there. I don't know. I want to know. I want to know what's up with this
Any more
place.
information about it, please share.
Yeah, more history too, because it's always neat. It's just I really am shocked because it's such a historical building. It's so beautiful. And you would just really think people would upkeep this place. But like Debbie said, you know, of course, it's a lot of money. I get that.
12 floors. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, but it's survived 2 world wars. For
I
God's
know.
sake.
It's definitely worth the investment.
Hitler was, wow, thankfully that didn't happen.
Right.
Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you. And we will see you next time on the Natasha and Debbie Show. Until then, please love like jazz.
Be as strong as Tyson.
Bye.
Bye.